Hello and welcome to my weekly video blog, and today on A Vogel Talks Menopause I'm going to be talking about 6 reasons why it's important to increase magnesium in the perimenopause and the menopause. If you like my tips and advice, then please subscribe and remember to hit the bell icon so you can be notified of all my new videos. Magnesium is the one supplement that I recommend on a daily basis. I recommend it to just about every single woman who comes to me with issues during the menopause and the perimenopause. So today I thought we would go into it a little bit more deeply to show you why it's needed and how it works. Over to you, Ali, and I'm sure you're the same in your clinic.
Absolutely. I'm a nutritional practitioner and I recommend magnesium to practically all my clients, to be honest, but definitely to the perimenopausal and menopausal clients. And as you say, we see it works so effectively. And in this phase of your life, your requirements for magnesium are going to increase, partly because it's quite a stressful time physically and often emotionally as well. And both of those things can drain your magnesium from your body. So putting in plenty just to get you through the challenges of these times, that's a very, very sensible thing to do. Good strategy.
Great. So let's have a look at the reasons and the symptoms that magnesium can be really helpful. So number 1 is mood and anxiety. And we know that anxiety, apart from hot flushes and night sweats, is probably the second most common perimenopause and menopause symptom that women will experience.
Yes, and this is where magnesium really comes into its own. I think this is one of the key reasons for making sure you have plenty of magnesium, because magnesium helps to calm your nervous system. And that is so important, because otherwise you can feel the tension building, it can become physical, but also just that emotional tension. So magnesium is really helping to soothe and calm the nervous system and to help the brain to send reassuring messages to the body. So
fantastic. Number 2 is fatigue and tiredness. Who's not tired these days? That as women today, we have so much going on. We've got all the physical changes that are going on with the menopause. We've got all the things we have to do on a daily basis. And it's no wonder that so many women end up fatigued or tired all the time. And magnesium is really good for.
So magnesium is really helpful because it does help with energy production. So just from a very practical point of view, it's helping your body to produce more energy, but it's also really important for how you metabolize your sugars, your carbohydrates, and that can also help in keeping your blood sugar levels stable and therefore providing you with more energy on a daily basis.
And that would also be good for cravings?
Excellent for cravings. If you are a little bit prone to sugar cravings, then magnesium's your friend.
Fantastic. So number 3 is magnesium supports your nervous system. And one of the other things that we're noticing a lot today is that so many women are experiencing that brain fog and memory blips.
And magnesium is super helpful for the way that you pass information along your nervous system. So something that's called nerve messaging, the way that the information gets to your brain and then your brain sends instructions to the rest of your body. So really nourishing the way that the brain is able to function.
Fantastic. Number 4 is sleep. Again, so many women come to us to say that they're having problems getting off to sleep, that they can't stay asleep. And we know there's so much research out there looking at if you have a bad night's sleep, that is going to compound so many other areas of your health. And if you're tired at the beginning of the day, you're not going to have the energy to see yourself all the way through.
Absolutely. I mean, everything seems worse after a bad night's sleep. We all know that. Mm-hmm. But on a very practical level, things like your perception of pain increase if you haven't had a good night's sleep, and also if your magnesium levels are low. So those two things really come together. If the sleep is disturbed, then all sorts of chaos, breaks loose. So magnesium helps, as we said previously, to calm the nervous system, make you feel more relaxed, less likely to be worrying at night time, keeping yourself awake with those hamster wheel thoughts going round and round in your brain. So a better sleep, less pain, and again, less of the sugar cravings, or fewer sugar cravings, so that you're not reaching for the biscuits early on in the day.
And we know that weight gain is an issue, so sorting sleep can be a big thing, helping with that too. Number 5 is muscle aches and pains. And again, this is another one that seems to be really common at the moment. A lot of women are saying they're just getting mysterious aches and pains. So we have found magnesium can be really helpful for that.
Yeah, absolutely. So loads of reasons for this. The key ones are, as I just mentioned, if your magnesium levels are low, then your perception of pain is higher. So anything that does hurt will hurt more. And then on a very practical level, magnesium helps your muscles to relax. So if you're sitting with your shoulders cramped up and knots in your neck, and especially if you're experiencing more cramping pains, maybe your period's a bit more painful, or you're getting more cramps in your legs, then magnesium is really going to help to tell the muscles to relax.
And number 6 is bone health. Again, we get so many women are really worried about developing osteoporosis post-menopause. And we know too that a lot of fractures that women experience later on in life can be due to lack of magnesium in the earlier years of the menopause.
And we're all told about calcium. I think everyone understands the importance of calcium, but what fewer people know is that without enough magnesium, you can't absorb your calcium. So just mainlining extra calcium is not going to do the job. You need to make sure that your magnesium levels are robust as well, so that you can absorb your calcium and get it into the right places.
Yeah. I often say that magnesium's the bus that takes calcium to the bones.
There you go.
So
Beautiful.
Easy way.
Beautiful.
So from your perspective as a nutritional therapist, how would you increase magnesium in the daily diet?
So it is definitely a great thing to have more magnesium-rich foods in your diet, partly because you're going to be eating anyway. Why not eat magnesium-rich foods? But also because they're all delicious and really good for you. So magnesium is found in whole grains, whole foods, so all your wholemeal breads and pastas and things like that, but also in dried fruits, which are so delicious and got lots of other great nutrients, minerals and B vitamins in them, in nuts as well. So the healthier foods are actually full of magnesium, and I do recommend swapping away from things like the refined sugar onto dried fruits, because you're putting magnesium into your body and giving yourself that delicious taste as well.
Yeah, fantastic. And also we have magnesium in our menopause support.
You can take a little extra magnesium on top of that, because anything between sort of 104 or 500 milligrams of magnesium daily is fine. So most women do tell us that they feel a lot better once they've been taking the menopause support. But you can, if you feel that your symptoms are really shouting a magnesium issue, then you can put an extra magnesium supplement on top of that, and obviously enjoy all your magnesium rich foods as well.
Thank you, Ali, for all that really interesting help. So I hope you found it interesting, and maybe let us know, have you included extra magnesium in your daily diet, and how have you found it helpful? And until then, I'll see you next week for another edition of A Vogel Talks Menopause.